Hello, Virgo. How are you this week? Thank you so much for joining me. Let's get straight into it, shall we? And find out what's happening for you and the energy around. So that we're using this is a weekly read using the Mythic Tarots, but of course, it could be related to any time or point in your life. Let's get straight into it, shall we? What do we have for the beautiful Virgos this week? Oh, Nine of Cups. Celebration. Lovely. Celebration around love. Celebration around long-term love and relationships. And this can be to do with, I'm also getting with friendships. So friends you've had for a while, people that you've had in your life that you have loved for a long time, that you can, there's this sense of appreciating and gratitude this week, Virgo. So it's beautiful. Okay. So reconnecting with loved ones. And then we have the Two of Swords, which is basically there's a conflict. There's some sort of conflict that hasn't been acknowledged. Now, this may be around the loved ones. So this could be around family or old friends or a relationship, a long-term relationship. So there's something that hasn't maybe been necessarily resolved, and that may be at the forefront of your mind, but there's some sort of conflict that you're not wanting to kind of acknowledge or resolve. And here we have the Sun card. So this could actually be related to a Leo. This is the Leo card. So if this conflict is around the Leo, that's what it is. But this is also the sense of things are looking up this week for you guys, Virgo. We've got, the Sun card is sort of like the sun shining on you. Everything is good and wonderful. And I'm really drawn to the Lyre. So I'm really drawn to, I just keep getting singing to your own tune, being true to yourself, singing to your own tune. So I feel like also if this is a relationship with a Leo, that you've had a bit of a, see, I'm getting a sibling thing that, sometimes with siblings, this is the sort of energy, it doesn't necessarily have to be a sibling, but the sort of energy I'm getting is, just say, you've got a sibling that you love, you've got a pretty good relationship, but there's been a few little things that have been niggling, haven't really been addressed and resolved. So this is the sense with the Sun card coming in. This is Apollo, the god of light and healing. I feel like that's all going to be healed. There's opportunity for healing for that this week. I keep getting told it feels like it's too good to be true. So, but I'm not getting that it's not too good to be true. It's just that feeling of like, oh, this feels really good. So if it is related to a Leo, I feel like there's going to be some sort of resolution or healing that's going to, and I don't even feel like, see, I feel like it hasn't been addressed, but I don't feel like it's got that feeling like it will just kind of realign itself automatically. You kind of almost don't have to address it, like address what was going on. It feels like it's almost kind of fairly petty and water under the bridge, and we can just move on from that. So, and here we have the Justice card. So this is also a Libra. Could be related to a Leo or a Libra. So I feel like these are characters coming out from your past that you are kind of, the energy is that long-term friendships or relationships, people that you love, there's healing in those relationships. There's been past conflicts. It feels more like, it feels like you've still got a good relationship with them, but it feels like the conflict has been there, and it might be you just had a period where you didn't talk to each other for a little while because you kind of had the shits with each other, but you still love that person. And so these are the characters coming out of the woodwork. So we've got a Leo, we've got a Libra. So I feel like this is normally Athena, the goddess of truth and wisdom, but all I'm getting from this card is that she's another character. So it could be more than one person that suddenly things are kind of aligning with. If they don't align, then it's just this is coming up this week to kind of be healed. And here we have the Eight of Swords. So we've had Apollo coming in so strongly for you guys this week, the god of light. And I think maybe because, we had the full moon in your sign, I think that's actually had a very, very positive effect on terms of bringing in healing for you guys this week, because we've had Apollo coming in so strongly for you, God of healing and light, and to have the Sun card come in, it's actually quite extraordinary considering some of the energy that's coming in for some of the other cards. The other cards are a lot to do with endings of a. It's all the energy this week's all about a passage of time, things that have been in your life for a long time. So whether it's friendships, a difficult situation. So this is why it's bringing up long lost friends, long lost relatives, people that you kind of might not have talked to. There's this element of haven't talked to them for a long time. And it feels on a very different level for you guys, Virgo, because it feels like for a lot of the other signs it's a lot darker, but you've got the light, you've got the God of light, so it feels like there's this real healing, but it's not necessarily that you have to go through the darkness per se yet. So let's see, I feel like it has been niggling at you. So these are the Furies, and this is again Apollo coming in, and this is Aresta saying, can you put an end to these guys? These guys are really pissing me off, this conflict. But again, like, see the darkness. This is the other thing I'm drawn to. Like, for example, in the Ten of Swords, that cloud is a lot darker. But in this Eight of Swords, it's there. There's darkness. It's been annoying you, but it's not been enough to kind of... These are people you still love dearly. So it hasn't been enough to kind of want to chop them off or hate them or have very, very strong negative feelings. It's just been that you haven't been able to talk to them for whatever reason. So this is the God of light coming in. I'm just really drawn to his pose as well. Just kind of the arms crossed, like, oh, what's happening here? It's kind of a bit defensive. I can't quite do it, but I'm holding a card in my hand. But it's almost like a parent that's looking down at a child going, what have you done? What's going on here? It's kind of got that energy of coming in and going, what's going on here? And kind of putting it right to it and going, no, you can't be doing that. Stop doing that, doing this. And so it's got Apollo coming in and going, what's going on here? And going, you can't be ignoring your sister. You can't be ignoring this. You need to kind of sort this out. And that's what he's saying this week, is that, yeah, you might want to, like, maybe this has been the conflict that's been happening in the past. You might want to continue that, but he's just coming in going, nah, you need to sort that out this week. Sort it out. Any long-term friends, conflicts, sort them out, and they'll probably just come out of the woodwork. And here we have the High Priestess, and if they don't come out of the woodwork, Apollo is going to come in and kind of find a way to bring you together somehow. So here we have the High Priestess. So this is Persephone, Major Arcana. Now, this is what I'm getting, okay? Just look in here, the background. That's the doorway to the abundance, to the healing, to the resolution. So close. It's right there. You can see it. So I feel like instead of being interested in being inside, this is Persephone in the underworld, I feel like it's like I can see the light. I can see the abundance again. I can see the harmony again. And this is all about your intuition, following your intuition. So I think you're going to get very strong intuitive messages about people this week, and there's going to be very much opportunity at, it's going to resolve. It's definitely going to resolve with the Sun card and the High Priestess coming in. It's going to resolve. And then we have the Fool, okay? So this is new beginning, okay? Stepping out into a new way of being with these people. So whatever the conflict has been in the past, and it doesn't actually feel, like I said, it doesn't feel like it's going to be a lot to kind of, I feel like it's more that you're in the right space to suddenly see that person again. You haven't been in the right space to kind of almost initiate contact or make any plans with that person, but now you are. And now that you've kind of reconnected, there's this feeling of reconnection and healing of that relationship. We're stepping out into the new. We're stepping into a new way of being. And this might be different to how that relationship has been in the past. There's this new energy around it. So it feels like, just say you've had I keep getting a sister relationship, but so just say there's a way that you normally are with your sister, and that's kind of, family dynamics. I keep getting family dynamics. That's going to change. So if that's the thing that has been part of the conflict in the past, and you're kind of going, that's too hard, I can't deal with that anymore. It's a rebirth. I'm just getting this rebirth, a new way of being with this person. So it's almost like a new relationship with someone that you've known for a very long time. So just say that sister, just say, for example, they always wanted to be like the authority, the one above you, then it's almost like you're going to come and meet as equals. So whatever dynamics were in the previous relationship that were kind of annoying you, so it's just this sense of annoyance with it, but it's enough to kind of piss you off to like not want to talk to them and not make much of an effort with them. Whatever's been annoying you in that dynamic, it's kind of almost like they needed time to go off and resolve themselves first as well. And whatever it is, with this passage of time, it's just resolved itself. And suddenly all of you are in very different spaces that you can suddenly move forward into this new way of being. And so I think that you're going to move into this much more positive relationship with this person or people that are going to come in. And it's actually going to be really good. So having said that, we've pulled out the Ten of Wands, which is basically, I think this card is about oppression, like feeling a little bit oppressed within a situation. So how does that relate to everything that we've just talked about? Because it's a totally different card. And it's a sense of almost feeling like the ship has sailed. So this is a card of like giving too much and then not having enough left to give, and the ship has sailed. So is this how you're feeling now? Is this how you're feeling in general life? I'm getting this as the present day. This is kind of how you might be feeling right now in your life, that you've kind of overgiven, that something has taken a lot of your resources, and that you're kind of feeling a bit stuck at the moment. So it's this sense of, it almost feels like the healing is out of reach. So I think I need to get a supporting card for this. Judgment again. So things were coming up from the past. This actually feels totally different to. It feels like two separate readings. It feels like we've just gone into a whole new reading here. So just bear with me, Virgo, because we might end up. It'll come full circle. They always do. But again, Judgment card is about, see the mummies, they're things from the past coming up. So the Ten of Wands is, again, this is the theme for the week. As I said, it's about things that have come from the long-term past that are coming up. So we've had the friends that have, or the family members or ex-lovers that have come up and you've kind of resolved quite easily. This is something different, okay? This is something different that's come up that's been kind of oppressing you for a while, and it's coming up now, and it's taking a look at it. I feel like your Hermes here in the center of the Judgment card, and I feel like he's open. He's actually is looking at it. I've had this card with other signs, and it feels like they're not wanting to look at it. But this card feels like, yeah, I'm happy to have a look around and see what this is that's coming up. So there are other things coming up under the surface for you guys this week, Virgo. So let's keep going, and it's to do with your rightful place in the world, okay, and being recognized for that, okay, and people showing you the respect that you deserve is really what this card is about. So there's someone that has not been treating you respectfully. This is different to the long-term friends. This may fall in that category, but there's one person or one situation that are coming up, that is coming up, basically. So this is what I'm getting. This feels like it's one person. It could be a male in your life that's not showing you the respect that you deserve. It is triggering more than one thing within you, though. Okay, so that's why we're getting three things here. I'm getting that these little mummies, all of them are coming up. So it's triggering all sorts of things within you, not just one thing. So the issue of respect is at the forefront of it, but underneath there's deeper things happening on a deeper level, that it's to do with your relationship with your father, relationship with authority, a relationship with men, relationship with self-love, relationship with self-worth. There's all those sort of things are coming up as well. So you're lucky enough to get 2 readings this week. And here we have, this has been the theme of the week, the passage of time, the wheel of fortune. So very much looking at long-term relationships. Again, okay, I'm really drawn to this girl. She's been a real theme this week for other signs as well. She's looking unhappy. This reminds me of the male character that's made you unhappy. And she's just kind of looking at him like, I wish he would just spin around the wheel and go away. It's kind of like that feeling like, I just wish he would go. I just wish he would go. And there's this sense that he's not going, because he's sitting there in the centre and he's not moving, he's not going. So this character's not going to leave your life anytime soon. So this could be, like an ex, then you've got children together, the ex is still in your life, this person is still in your life. It could be a brother, whatever it is. It's not someone that you can just kind of push out easily. It's a male, it could be a boss, it could be anything, but it's not someone that you can kind of just easily get rid of. They are still a part of your life. So just been told to shuffle, so I still will. I'm going to keep going with this a bit, Virgo. The readings have been a bit longer for some signs this week. Just seems to be a lot coming out. Here we have the 7 of Cups. Okay, so again, I feel like this is Psyche praying to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, saying, what do I have to do to get my love back? What do I have to do? And Aphrodite is coming in giving very clear direction. So she's pointing to 1 cup. I just feel like she's giving you very clear direction as to what to do about this character that's kind of really bothering you and not giving you enough respect, not giving you the love that you need in this life. And she's coming in and going, this is what you need to do. So let's find out a little bit more about what that might be. Okay, and this is the answer, strength. So this is the story of the Nemean lion, Hercules defeating it. And the lion's coat cannot be defeated by any weapon, by a sword, by a bow and arrow. It cannot pierce it. So in the end, Hercules worked out that the only way to defeat the lion was through his own brute strength, his own force, his own hands. And it's basically saying you kind of have the strength within yourself to do this. You have to do it with your own hands, your own strength, your own force, to be a little bit kind of strong and forceful with this person and kind of push them. Definitely it's this sense of being very assertive and forceful with them. Not forceful as in, just forceful as in like being very strong about setting your boundary. Okay, so it's about, and it's saying the strength to do this is within you. Okay, you can't, no one else is going to be coming in and kind of helping you deal with this person. It's kind of like the strength has to come from you about it. So, and you've got the bare strength in your hands within you, within your personality. So it needs a little bit of force just to kind of be strong. And then we have the Ace of Cups. This is Aphrodite coming back again. And it will be this sense of, it's a raw feeling of being able to open your heart again. So I think once you kind of, whatever this person is or situation that's not showing you respect, you're kind of going to be quite strong with that situation. And then that's going to bring in this Ace of Cups energy, which is opening the heart in it. And it'll be a raw feeling of opening the heart. Aphrodite, this is the birth of the goddess of love, the birth of love coming back into your life. So it's almost like you've got to, Virgo, it's like you kind of, it's great, it's good, but it feels like it might require some work, not with the long term, not with these guys, the Leo and the Libra energy, not necessarily, it could be anybody, but long term kind of family or friends that you've still got a good relationship with. This is not someone that you've still got a relationship with, this second reading. And so the sense is that you're kind of sorting things out this week in terms of your personal boundaries, in terms of conflicts within your relationships. And so that's kind of the theme for your week this week, Virgo. So some of it's going to be a lot easily resolved, and some of it's going to be a bit more sticky. That kind of sense of there's someone or a situation that's, it's just this sense of not giving you the respect that you need. So I'm going to pull, it's been quite a long reading, so please bear with me. I'm sorry that it's been so long, hopefully not too long for some of you, but I'm just going to pull one last card quickly from your soul, final parting message from, I call it the soul, but it's just from above, the higher source energies, whatever that can be. Message for you guys this week, Virgo. What is it going to be? Let's cut the cards and find out. Okay, the Three of Pentacles. Perfect. So it's basically saying opportunities are coming. Opportunities are coming through this. I feel like, and because the Pentacles is a slow moving energy, again, we've kind of had the three, like we had the one difficult one and the two kind of easier relationships to resolve. I feel like there's going to potential, the three is actually really an important, there might be three people that you're healing relationships with this week. One might be a bit difficult, two easier. So that's what I'm getting with this Three of Pentacles. That there's definitely more than one relationship, and that there's opportunities for healing, and they're definitely old relationships. So, and it's just about, I feel like the other message with this card is that it will come to you. You don't have to necessarily do a lot of effort, like that. It's coming to you, the opportunity for this healing. It's not like you have to go out and seek it out. So the annoying one will be in your face a little bit more, but it's there because it's an opportunity to heal, and that's the message from above. So it's been a very long reading for this week, Virgo, so I hope that you've stuck with me. If you'd like to hear more, I'm going to upload these at the same time each week. Please subscribe. If not, take care and have a great week. Bye.